Hello, my name is Mayla Davis, and today I will be interviewing my father on his experience during Hurricane Gilbert when he was a child.
Hi, my name is Ricardo, and I consent to this interview for Mela's assignment. Now, during the hurricane season of 1988, Hurricane Gilbert was formed. At the time, I was I was 9 years old, lived with my grandparents and my two younger cousins, Jolene and Andrew. Jolene was 7 and Andrew was 5, if I'm not mistaken, but we were young. Um, when this hurricane was advertised, it was always on the news. School was was let out because everyone was scared, you know, of what this hurricane was was said to be um, capable of. But as kids, we had no fear in the world. We had no, nothing. We were just having fun and excited that we were gonna experience a hurricane.
It's really just childhood innocence, huh?
Yes. So we would play. We would play outdoors from anything. Oranges that fell off the trees, grapefruits. We would use to play soccer, cricket, and with other kids, of course. And we would be playing in the rain, just be having a ball,
Where
having
in
fun.
Jamaica were you?
This was in Saint Elizabeth. That's north of Montego Bay, that everyone's familiar with. But yeah, we I'm from Saint Elizabeth, the parish of Saint Elizabeth in Jamaica. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we had no fear in the world. We were like excited to to be getting this hurricane coming to visit us, if you will. It was funny. No, so like I said, my grandparents, they were more concerned because they know. I mean, the news bulletin was telling them, Cat 3, Cat 4, Cat 5. That didn't mean anything to us, but it meant something to them because they've experienced hurricanes in their past, and we had a lot of rain prior to the hurricane making landfall. We had flooding, you know, cattle's drowned, cows,
And what was
goats.
everyone doing in preparation for the hurricane?
Pretty much boarding up windows, um, and just from what I can recall, people were mostly, going shopping, preparing for, because people are saying, there's gonna be a shortage of supplies once the hurricane hit and did its damage. So that's what most people were pretty much doing: shopping and making sure, because it's a farming community, so people were making sure their animals were secured, and the ones who didn't move their animals away from rivers, um, we had casualties with animals, and we had no loss of lives.
Any
Yeah,
injuries
no
that you
one
have?
lost their lives during the hurricane in my area, from what I can remember. No, no one. Yeah, no one did. So that was pretty much what I can recall as far as
Before it
the
happened.
preparation before it made landfall.
So when it finally hit, what were your experiences then?
So the night when it, hurricane is right from your experience now, right? So it comes rain, rain during day, afternoon, evening, rain, lots of rain, wind, and then when it finally made landfall in the late evening or late evening in the night, I can remember we stayed up all night as kids. We stayed up all night waiting, and when it finally hit, you could hear it just pounding. You know, you can hear people's roofs blowing. You know, um, darkness. We had kerosene lamps at the time because electricity went away. So we call at the time we call it when you lose electricity. Back then they call power cut.
Power cut?
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Okay.
Power cut. So we lost power, and now we had our lamps to give us light. And but that wasn't our concern. We didn't care about having light, but we just I can remember the wind just blowing. You can hear the roof trying to just there, just you can just feel it, feel the movement trying to go. But fortunate for us, we didn't lose our roof. No, I didn't have any. No, we didn't have any. Well, yeah, my cousin and I, we didn't have any fear as far as as far as the hurricane was concerned. I think my grandmother, she was you could see fear in her. I mean, God rest her soul, but she had some type of some amount of fear in her eyes. Concern
but
about.
But that still didn't disturb you
No,
as kids.
no.
You were just going
we
along
were just
with
excited
it.
about
Yeah.
the wind, when rain, and we stayed up. I don't know what time I went to sleep, or we went to sleep, but we stayed up pretty much all night. And then, of course, in the morning time when it died down, I think we went out because it was still raining, heavy rains, and the following day in the afternoon, we went outside, and people started surveying the damage, and we could see, because at the time there were a lot of structures, houses, houses made of wood structure and zinc, and a lot of them, was flat. And surprisingly, though, we had houses that were built, wooden houses. I would say 20, 30 years, and a lot of them were still standing. But yeah, so when we went out, fruit trees, because we have lots of fruits in Jamaica. So
tropical island.
Yep. So went out, you had June plums, oranges, on the ground, because the wind blew them off, and we would just go, get fruits off the ground, and
do you think that even afterwards, seeing the destruction and all that you didn't really feel?
No, we enjoyed
the
fruits of the hurricane's labor, if you will. But it wasn't, it was fun, because when the hurricane passed by, you had all the kids came out, to play, and play and have a good time. And so that was my experience, as far as Hurricane Gilbert is concerned. So hopefully, my sharing my experience with you will help you with your assignment.
I'm sure it will. It's also interesting having a part of your history. So thank you, and please remind my teacher that you gave consent to this video.
Of course. I gave consent to my daughter for recording me for this interview.
All right, cool.